Okay, guys, let's do this. Hello everyone, welcome for this new episode of ESO News, the first of 2018, and we are the 10th January, and we have a lot of things to speak to you about because it has been announced Dragonborn is the new DLC that will be released in the month of February, and it's currently under PTS for testing. So most of the news that we are going to speak to you about today is about Dragonbones.
Yes, so Dragonbones, the hot topic right now. I'm sure many of you have already tried it on the PTS or at least seen several streams about it. So as Elloa mentioned, it's a new DLC that's being released next month. It's currently on the PTS for your testing pleasure. It's essentially two new dungeons, both north-themed, Scalar Caller Peak and Fanglair. Both the dungeons feature the typical array of rewards such as skins and worm cult personalities for the hard mode veteran. There's busts and trophies, dragon priest masks for entering, and each dungeon has 6 sets and 2 monster masks. Now, Fanglair is a dungeon that existed originally in the Elder Scrolls Arena game, and in the Elder Scrolls Online, they do develop and advance the background behind it. It's essentially an old Dwemer rune where the dragon, excuse my wording here, Thurvokun, came and died, which gave the name to the rune. And a necromancer now wants to raise the dragon. It's a new world build design. Players can see the entirety of the dungeon when you enter. And there's a whole article on the ESO website about it, which I'm going to put in chat for you now. Scalar Peak, however, is the burial site of a long-dead dragon priest. It's the priest of Thurvokun, of course. Cultists now want to unleash a plague. As well as those two dungeons, obviously, Update 17 comes with some free-for-all quality of life improvements, such as the outfit, which is another hot topic right now. Home storage, the skill advisor, and leveling rewards. 2 new battlegrounds, which are more Kazgur and Deeping Drome. There's the obvious usual class balance, and the other interesting thing is the AoE cap removal. Again, I'm going to be posting a link with some more information on that for you guys to dig deep into.
Yes, and speaking about the outfit system, this is some things that players really wanted to see for a very long time. They had been waiting for it, it has been announced, it has been datamined, and now it's there. And the system is a little bit different from you can see in a game like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy, because you're not transforming the gear that you're wearing, you're not changing its looks, you are actually creating an outfit for yourself. So first of all, need to be known that you will all the motifs that one of your character know will be transferred or registered in a new collection tab, which will record all your motifs known across all your characters. So it's account wide, which means that each of your character, if they know different motifs, everything will be registered there, and then all of your character will have access to each motif to create the outfit, not for crafting, obviously. So to create your outfit, you need to go to a dyeing station, which are now renamed as an outfit station. You can craft different outfits by choosing in your collection any piece of gear that you want. It doesn't need to be limited to light armor, medium armor, heavy armor, it doesn't matter. You can change as you want, and you can dye them. Once you have finished your outfit, you can save it. Once you save it, it will take some money. So you need to be careful before to push on the button to save your outfit. Each pieces will cost a price, and the price will vary depending of the rarity of the motif you have chosen. You can also choose to use outfit token that you can purchase in the Crown store. So each character will have one outfit slot for free. If you want more than that, you will have to purchase them in the Crown store. Also to note that the tabar will be shown if you choose to do so. The priority also of all the stuff that you can change yourself is first of all polymorph. So if you're wearing a polymorph, it will override everything else. Then there's the costume, then there's the outfit, and lastly you have your normal armor. Well, that's all for the outfit system.
So now home storage, that's another highly requested feature, because when Homestead came out, a lot of the people who went into decorating didn't really see the point of housing, which I understand, and it was expected that you'd have some storage in it. It seemed to make sense, but obviously we didn't get that, but now we are. So you have up to 6 chests. There are 6 chests, sorry. No, that's not right. Oh, there's 8 chests. I'm sorry. There's 4 60-slot chests and 4 30-slot chests. That's the maximum you can place. You can just put 1 down if you want, of course. But if you place all 8, that will give you an additional 360 inventory spaces. They count as collectibles and can be placed in your homes. You can rename them, which I think is really cool, because classifying items is something that I really like to do. So I can well imagine having like an armor chest, a weapon chest, a jewelry chest, etc. And you can do that. It's really cool. Chests are not linked to your bank or your inventory. However, if you have a 30-slot collectible chest in one home and you place the same chest in another home, they are linked, so you can access that same chest inventory from another home, providing you have the matching chest. They can be purchased for crafting vouchers from the crafting writ vendor guys. You can buy them with Telvar stones, or obviously you can purchase them with crowns from the Crown store. Only you can access them. It doesn't matter if somebody in your home has decorator access, they will not be able to open your chest. There's some more information that you can have a look at on a website called lovelynorth.com, which I'm going to link for you guys as well.
The skill advisor, this is another feature that is implemented in this update 17. This is something that we have spoken of earlier because it has been datamined, but ZeniMax never talk about it, so it's a surprise. So basically it's a way of rewarding and guiding new players when they are leveling their first character. The reward that the players will get while leveling will be account wide, so you can only earn it once. Because of this, and because it's not retroactive, ZeniMax offer to everyone 1 more slot. So in case you have all your character slots filled, you can still have 1 last slot to level a new character and obtain all those rewards if you wanted so. Now those rewards are not extraordinary, they are just fitting the leveling of a character, just to help the player. So first of all, at level 5 you have 2 green quality rings, which are part of a basic set. At level 10 you have a sorrel horse, for instance. At level 15 a choice of 6 blue quality weapon. At level 20 a costume of choice and a fire astronaut crown crate. At level 25 a choice of 6 purple quality weapon. At level 30 4,000 gold and a fire astronaut crown crate. At level 35 a choice of 10 purple quality crafting improvement material. At level 40, 6,000 gold, the Sulshriven motif, and outfit token. The Sulshriven motif I've already created some discussion on the forum. At level 45, an undated key, and at level 50, 10,000 gold and a fire astronaut crown crate. So that's the reward you can expect. In between you will have also more regular, like lockpick and stuff like that in between. This is not done. The skill advisor The skill advisor mostly and most importantly will help players to choose their class. So you have sort of prefabricate builds that will suggest you to take that skill and that morphs. So you have 4 choices: 1 healing, 1 tanking, 1 stamina DPS, and 1 magicka DPS. And so when you are selecting one of those 4 builds, you can also select to have no guidance, of course. But if you select this build, they will tell you to choose which skill, which morph, and if you take something else, they will tell you this is an ill-advised skill. So this is a relatively interesting. Some content creator might find it a bit, I don't know, but I think it might help some player. We can discuss about that later. That's all.
I think one of the interesting things about that is the horse at level 10, because that was such an expensive purchase during the game. But yes, anyway, on to the ESO Plus event, which is happening right now, guys. It started yesterday, and it will run until Monday the 15th. Essentially, if you're an ESO Plus subscriber already, if you log in once each day per account, you'll get 1 free Flame Atronach Crown Crate. If you're not currently an ESO Plus subscriber, for this period, you can get all the benefits of ESO Plus, apart from the free Crown Crate, of course. So if you're not a subscriber currently, take this time to stuff your bank and your crafting bags whilst you still can.
And I would like to thank very much KevDoIt, which has hosted us with a lot of viewers, and I want to welcome all of you. We do not have the alert in this show, so it didn't pop up, but I hear the little bell. So thank you guys and welcome to all of you. So now let's speak about the Cron store, and of course I had prepared a lot of slideshow and I forgot to put them on. So here you go. Behind the chats and the little plan, you will have a selection of different images related to the merchandise you will find in the Cron store this month. So some of them are already available in the Cron store, like this beautiful panther that you can have. It's a pet which has a bigger size than the teeny pet. There is also some Nordic dress, which is a more male outfit, but could fit a female as well. There's also 2 dresses for Argonian girl. There's this beautiful haircut, not at all inspired by Jason Levy, which was one of the community manager when ESO released. Something else happening. Thank you so much for... Oh my god! Zulzul, thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that being said, there's some merchandise that is limited. So first of all, the Nyx Ox Fabricant Steed will be available for limited time on all platforms from the 11th January to the 15th January. Ah, that's this weekend. And this is that image that you see just now. So it's this Nyx Ox. We receive one for free, but the Fabricant one, which probably is cooler than the living one, which is like a very ugly spider. Then you have the Raid of Cron Polymorph, and that's the 25th to the 29th January, so the next weekend. This is that image. Perfect. Thank you, slideshow. You're perfect. And that has been shown off in ESO Live, and it has a lot of sound effect and different things. So it's a polymorph that is very polished and very interesting if you like that kind of look. So that's about it.
Okay guys, so on to another interesting topic right now is our friends over on the Russian website have been data mining, which they typically tend to do when we have a big content patch. And the PTS patch that we had on Monday is no exception. So as a result of the data mine, there's the usual fare of items, you know, new hats, lots of new mounts, including the upcoming Scale Caller Crown Crates. There's also even a unicorn, guys, a unicorn. You can obviously expect the usual costumes, pets, and furniture too. And I'm going to link you to the Russian site. If you just want to look at the pictures of all the things, you can obviously do that, just to get an idea of what items are upcoming. If I can copy this link. There we go. In addition to that, whilst I was looking at this data mining article, I came across another article on the very same site about information regarding the upcoming chapter that was also data mined during the same time. They found information like 3D models of Sapporo Tower and other details that have been data mined, which further indicate that the upcoming chapter in 2018 will be Somerset Isles. They even have details of a prologue mission and other images. Elloa made an interesting comment regarding the Mafala quest that's detailed on the website. It could well be because these chapters can be standalone, it could well be the tutorial if somebody did just purchase the Somerset Isles expansion chapter. But those two links are very interesting if you're interested in those.
Yes, and to finish, we would like to speak about an article published by Heroes of None that probably all of you know already. Is famous, in the community, a famous streamer of Elder Scrolls Online. He has been there for a long time, and every year is doing like a little review of the Elder Scrolls Online with different IDs, and he has posted that. I will say that the most interesting point in this article, according to me, it's the difficulty of the content. We have spoke about this so many times. The overall content is a little bit too easy for an average player, and so he's proposing different solution for that. One proposition that I found interesting is also to have some furniture dropping from bosses that will motivate players to go to the dungeon, not just for doing the dailies or just to get the set that they wanted, but also to get some very rare furniture that could be very fun to have as well. So this article is interesting. Of course, it suggests a lot of many things, and there's a lot of discussion. We will not summarize all of this here, but it's interesting things. And Nicky has linked it or not?
Yeah, I do.
No, I have it in my hand. It's just
Okay.
here because I was reading from it. So here we go. So guys, Master the Fun, Hero of None. Yes. What did I say? I did say something else?
No, you said hero.
Okay, that's good. So that's all for the news. So guys, now we enter in the Q&A session. So if you have any sort of question, you're very welcome to ask them. Defi Gataka, excited to see you decorate the new Dark Brotherhood's house. Yes, I must confess that Nicky and myself, we were very much into Homestead before, but this takes a lot of time. Most of the content we had created was on the PTS, so it was easy because we had access to everything. On live server, we have several homes that are not decorated, or they are halfway decorated. We are currently working on the observatory pre-order that ZeniMax has offered to Nicky for the 10 million stories. So yes, I think we will concentrate on that project. It will take us enough time and resource like this. But thank you.
Alfred, no, at this point we haven't been told how much crowns it will cost, nor have we been told how many RID vouchers it will cost, I think.
And that generally you do not have before it gets to live server, at least for the crown part. The voucher, yeah, that you can see on the PTS probably, but the crown price are never revealed before it goes live.
Yeah. I haven't actually checked the Talvar stones or the RID vouchers. Maybe that's there, but I'm not sure.
Yes, we didn't had the chance to test the the patch yet on the PTS because we had been unlucky with the maintenance. So yeah. Yeah,
we were going to do a big PTS testing session yesterday. Well, we wanted to do it Monday, but they didn't do the patch until gone midnight, and then we were going to do it yesterday, and there was more maintenance, so we haven't had a chance.
Yeah, Defigataka. So we're still working on the observatory. Now you need to know that we are playing different games. We are playing ESO, but also Final Fantasy, a bit of Destiny, a bit of Guild Wars 2. We focus mostly on streaming, and we rarely play off stream. So most of what we are playing is on stream it's live, and you will see that it's 3 hours by night and 6 days by week, so it's not that much time, and we always try to make it interesting. So when we decorate a home at the moment, it's mostly on some Sunday night when it's our softly spoken stream, the relaxation stream that we are doing on Sunday, but we don't do exclusively Elder Scrolls Online content on the Sunday, so it's going slowly because we are not focusing on that. We are a little bit spread all over the place at the moment because we kind of enjoy it that way.
Yeah, and it all comes down to time too, right? But I mean, just to let you know, we are working on the observatory, as Elloa mentioned, and we're making like a botanical garden thing. We've picked one of the big decks, if you like, one of the big open areas, and we've divided it up into segments where we do wildlife and themes from all the races of Tamriel. That's what.
Yeah, we will show that at some point. Hey, Krasmatsai, hello. We are just finished. We have just finished the whole things. We are in the Q&A part, so people can ask a question if they want. And after that, we will be doing our weekly trial event. If we have enough people, because we only have 6 persons signed on Discord, and that's not enough.
No, so yeah, depending what happens, we might do some dungeons someday. Maybe, depending on the groups, maybe we'll get an Inklings too.
Oh, you just started to play Final Fantasy as well, so that's really nice. Welcome in the Final Fantasy community. We will keep at ESO for now too, because that would be wrong. So, yeah, what do you think, Nicky, about the Skill Advisor?
I think it's cool, and I was looking through the rewards, and I linked them there, and I said briefly earlier that I think they're really nice perks. You know, I remember when I first started playing this game, one of the most daunting tasks, like it is for most MMOs, you know, when you first start in a game, getting gold is super slow and difficult. And the thought of trying to save up 10,000 gold for a horse, like, seemed like it would never come. Obviously 10,000 gold is nothing now at max level, but at that, you know, at level 5 or something, it's like, oh my god, this is never going to happen. And now that you get a horse, even if it's a poop horse, now that you get a horse at level 10 is pretty cool. Even for me now, somebody who's leveled a bunch of characters like you have, there's still a few things that kind of worth going back for, I think. Like, I'd like the horse just because that sorrel horse, is that a unique horse?
No, it's just the brown horse.
Oh, it's just a brown one. I didn't recognize the name sorrel. Okay, well, the horse maybe not, but the free crown crates is cool, plus the outfit token might be cool for some people too. To save a bit of gold. But yeah, I mean, I think it's nice that you get some rewards for leveling, because one of the main problems, and I don't know if this has changed now actually, one of the main problems I had when I was doing like Coldwell Silver and Coldwell's Gold, the rewards sucked. Like, I remember doing all of Coldwell's Gold and getting some dumbass ring that went straight in the bin. Has that changed now?
But you had some cool costume as well. This was the first costume that you could get. That's all I remember. I don't remember the rings. I've never done gold anyway.
It's been a long time since I've done that, so yeah, I might be wrong. But no, it's nice. It's a nice incentive. It's cool. Why not? And when there are so many skills in the game, the only thing I worry about with regards to the skill advisor, and I don't really know how it works in terms of how it knows what skills to suggest.
Yeah.
But I do. Part of me does worry that it's going to force people more into this meta. Like, this is how you should build. This is what the skill advisor says. If you haven't got what the skill advisor says, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that was exactly my point. I think it's a good idea, but it's an idea which has two sides. You know, it's like a medal. You have a good side and a bad side, and that will maybe be the consequences. But I guess that's, I don't know. It's, you know, you have the players that are doing the same, kinda. If you don't follow the meta, you're an idiot. And they will whine at you because you do not have put on your bar that spell they need to have. So I think there's it's what also make me scared is that people feel too much pigeonholed. They will never try to think out of the box, especially when they are a new player. But in the same time, it might help new player that feel completely lost. And there's a lot of players that do, what do I do? Here they have some ideas, and maybe it will help them to just, okay, I'm doing this, and maybe I will try a different spell and such. Now, okay, Crass is saying a lot of things. I would like to react to everything she's saying. So first, regarding the skill advisor, I wish the skill advisor forced the player to choose the role instead of defaulting to the top choice of that class. It's terribly annoying on my main character, telling me I made the wrong decision because I was a different role than the advisor. Oh yeah, yeah, but that's maybe something they can correct on the fly, no? Because I have not had the chance to try it so much. I was just doing my template, and of course I was not paying attention to that, and I was taking the wrong spell, and then I just disabled it, and then it didn't say anything.
My main concern with it is, you're right, you'll always have the meta in any game like this, and you know, you'll have people who says, you know, people who say things like, you know, that's not the build that all cast users or Delta or those you know, very high level players. But now the difference between that and this is you've got this build path that has authority behind it, in the sense that the game itself is telling you you're playing wrong. So I don't know, I hope that doesn't happen. I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah, we will have to see. Regarding now the Shriven motif. So Crass is saying, how do you feel about the Soul Shriven motif being moved from the completion at Candwell Silver to be a level up reward? Yeah, I've seen the post about this. I do not really have a very strong opinion, but I think they could have choose something different than rewards this one in particular, because the players that has achieved the Caldwell Silver could sort of brag about it, or whatever it was rewarding them for having done it, and now it's lost its uniqueness. So they could have taken a different reward, I think. I don't know, another motif, a different one, or a pet, I don't know, something different. Why this in particular? Why choose something that could be controversial? While they had many choice, yeah, you get a rat as pet, something like this. People will have been happy. They didn't need it to have a motif. So, yeah, I think it's a bit stupid.
Yeah, I'd like to know the thought process behind it. I'm not particularly bitter about it. I've got about 4 or 5 of those Soul Shriven motives in my bank. You can't trade them with anybody, so they're just in my bank right now. I'd like to know why they picked that in particular, though. Be interesting to know.
Yeah, probably to initiate players to the motif system, so they will know that they can have a motif and craft super cool stuff, but it would have been a better idea to use something now. Now, Rich Lumber have say in a tweet that before to be mad, let's see what we have in store, basically something like this.
Yeah. It's definitely, absolutely not something worth getting worked up about. Yeah, I just wish that sometimes with these changes that they make, it would be very helpful if they, and they do for a lot of changes, they do explain why they, particularly in class balance changes, they explain why they've done certain things, which is very useful, but it'd be nice if they did it for non-class balance things sometimes too.
So goodbye, Dr. Fire. I don't know if you're still there, but have a good night.
Good night, Doc.
Okay, let's see if we have any other question, and if not, we will go to our next part, which is the trial event, and we have a little bit too few people sign and to really organize it, but we never know if some people want to join. Otherwise it will just be some dungeon. Yeah.
Hey, Skullmods, welcome.
Hey, Skullmods.
And let's not forget as well, it has only been on the PTS for 2 days. And any of what we've said can change before it goes live, of course.
Yes, especially when it comes to class balance change. They are doing a lot of rework. That's why there's PTS. It's to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will not be too scared, but give your feedback. If you have a feedback, you always need to give it. So we have still not done the dungeon or test anything. We just had worked a little bit on our template because of the, maintenance time. But we will certainly go on the PTS and test and provide some content like we usually do on YouTube and on Twitch.
Yes.
Oh, you have beaten the dungeon both in vet and normal mode. Ah, that's nice. Congratulations. And thank you for the beat. Thank you so much.
29, my age.
You're on PTS. You both are on PTS. Why I say that? PlayStation 4. Yeah, I have ESO on PlayStation 4, but I have not been playing on PlayStation for a very, very, very long time, and I'm absolutely terrible with the controller. So I prefer my keyboard. And also I don't want to pay a subscription for the PS4 system. So I prefer to stay on PC.
Master race.
Okay. Well, it seems that... Oh, you know what I have not done, Nicky?
What?
I have not a beautiful end screen. I can add it fast. Just chat with the people while I'm adding my scene.
No pressure.
Yeah, indeed.
What are you laughing at, Kevin? Did you hear my little whisper? Yeah, we were talking about the PTS yesterday, actually, and there's a strong part of me that wishes that there was an NDA on the PTS. Because what happens whenever a patch comes out on the PTS is we inevitably end up spending all our time on the PTS. Fix the mic. Is there a problem with my sound?
There should not be. I have pushed your sound quite high. There's a problem with the mic? Because on Discord I've pushed the sound quite...
I'm just checking it on my end. I mean, I can turn my mic up a little bit, but I just didn't want to be overbearing.
It's difficult to balance things. You really need to have people to tell you what this is, because there's so many place where the sound can be tuned up or turned down. It is quite difficult to set up correctly.
I've turned it up a little bit now. Hopefully it's okay.
Yeah, it's super loud in my ears now.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because I'm listening to myself on the stream and I'm not quiet, but I'm not loud either. But yeah, it should be okay.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much to have watched this episode. We will just end it for cutting the video afterwards, so it's clean. But we are continuing to stream. So, thank you so much, guys, to have watched this episode of ESO News. Take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.